in the universe you are used to, in episode 5 of What If. A zombie apocalypse breaks out after Janet Van Dyne brought home a virus from the quantum realm that turned everyone into zombies. In that universe the Avengers go and try to help eliminate the threat, but instead they all, except for Chala, turn into zombies. But sometimes I wonder what if they didn't, what if they played it safe and didn't die. In this universe they played it smart and didn't die. I will be your guide through this strange universe, and we will ask the question, what if? So this story picks up when the Avengers are at the Golden Gate Bridge in San Diego, and they are still in their Quinjet. In your universe they get out and try to fight them themselves, but in this universe, Universe 4987, they don't. The Avengers are above the bridge and Tony has an idea. Instead of ambushing the zombies on the bridge, why don't they break the bridge? They are in an apocalypse, for God's sake. Tony gets a hold of Rhodey. His legs are still broken from civil war, and with his ties to the US government, Rhodey calls them to ask if they can cut the bridge. To no one's surprise they don't answer because all of them are zombies. So Rhodey gives Tony the go-ahead to cut the bridge. Tony uses his lasers to cut the cables on the Golden Gate Bridge. The bridge falls and the Avengers cheer and maybe go get some shawarma. But they scratch that thought when they remember that a zombie apocalypse is breaking out. Tony calls the surviving few crew and tells them about their success. But once again Tony has celebrated too early. Suddenly, Spider-Man lands on the windshield and tells them something is happening underneath the bridge. Tony looks down and a water tornado filled with zombies starts forming. Tony scans it and sees the center, and in the middle of the tornado is Namor. In this universe the events of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever never happened, so this is the first time that any of the Avengers are introduced to him. Zombies are hitting the Quinjet and flying everywhere. Cap calls for backup and some orange flying portals spawn. It's Stephen Strange, aka Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange goes in all confident and starts killing zombies left and right until Namor sneaks up on him. Namor pokes his staff at him, but Strange dodges. Strange hits him with the Mandela blade, but one of Namor's goons comes up behind Stephen Strange and stabs him. Strange falls into the cold water while a bunch of zombies infest him. The Avengers are horrified, but get distracted when something rises out of the water. It's a zombified Stephen Strange. He goes straight to the Quinjet, but his levitation cape hits him back. Strange falls into the cold water with plunk, and the cape comes outside of the Quinjet, and Tony opens the roof, and the Avengers watch as the cape snugly fits around Peter Parker. The Avengers talk and decide that they shouldn't go back in. The Quinjet flies away as this nightmare continues. The Avengers land at a lab named Oscar. That's the end of part 1. Like, subscribe, and add notifications if you want to hear the rest of this twisted universe.